Music, that's our, you know what I mean? That's my,
like our brother.
Our brother, you know what I'm saying? That's family right there. Raida, me and Raida, we grew up in the same, like, he grew up across the street from me. Met him when he was 14. He came to my crib, this guy that I knew was older than both of us, named Sergio. He was a rapper from Raiders Projects in Forster. And he was like, yo, this kid, he's nice, I'm gonna bring him to your house. I named him, he's the one that gave Raida his name, Roc Raida. And so he came to my crib, and ever since that first day, he used to come to my house every day. We used to practice.
Yo, when I was 14 years old, I met Sean C. And yo, I used to go to Sean's house. Stop you when I'm lying. I used to go to Sean's house anytime I got a fucking chance to go and practice and see Sean do routines.
And then we went uptown. We would go like further uptown, like Lincoln Projects, St. Nick Projects. And that's when we cause I was a big Barry B fan. Like Barry B from the Get Fresh Crew was like the greatest DJ ever when I was a kid. Like that's how I learned how to DJ. And Steve lived uptown. Steve D, Easy Kid at the time. Easy Kid was somebody who was down with raw bass and stuff. But
at the same time when I met Sean, I used to go back and forth to Sean's house and watch him practice. I remember Sean called me like, yo, you gotta hear this shit, and you played the Jazzy Jeff transforming that fucking, yo, man. This is so much fucking history. But this, I remember Sean was like, yo, man, it's this other dude that's crazy nice too. Oh, what? And I went over to Steve's house with that same dude. They got like bodyguard for like an hour.
That's how we met Johnny Cash and Steve D, and those were the members. Like the original X-Men was like me, Steve, Raida, Johnny Cash, and Diamond J, who lived in Queens. We met him. I met him through Steve. I forget. You know, so long ago, the lines get blurry to how you exactly met certain people. But to make a long story short, we would, get into battles and all of that stuff, and that's how we met Rob in one of the preliminaries at the DMC. Dr. Butcher introduced us to him. He got down, and we formed the X-Men. And then as time went on, Raida and I always were really, really close friends because we were like the first ones to meet out of the whole, that's like the embryo of the whole X-Men X-Ecutioners thing. And so we always stayed in touch with each other and stayed friends. His kids is my god kids. And when I became an A&R at Loud, then I signed the X-Ecutioners, and we made, we put out the record with Linkin Park. And so that's kind of how the thing just kept going. You know what I mean? Even though I had stopped DJing, they kept it moving, and then that was the way I could contribute to make the group, still be a member of the group, really, you know what I mean? And that's just the story of, Raida, X-Ecutioners, and myself. That's just where it is. Okay. We're actually gonna try to do another album now too, so that'll be coming. He's a creative person, so he always, he did beats. Actually, it was a point when, excuse me, this is such a long history, but there was a point when he was like really trying to focus on doing production before he won the world championship. When I kind of slowed down on DJing, and it was just like, yo, we do beats, we can make money. And it was like me and him and nobody. Our production team was the Field Niggas. That was the name of the shit. And so we put out a couple independent records, and that's when Raida was like really focusing on production, and then he kind of was like, you know what? I need to really, really get back on my shit and win this championship, and I can still do beats at the same time. And he did the De La Soul records.
Indeed, and see, I'm out to get old. I seek to bless the drum pattern from brand new to tattered and torn. Display your Jimmy Crack horn, my Mazzola. Your styles is kitty like Crayola.
And shit was effortless for him. Like, he was a talent. So, a lot of stuff just came to him naturally. Well, I was there in the hospital with him after the accident for the duration of the time. So once the accident happened, we all were out there. Me and L, the family, we went out there. So, we were there.
How is his family doing? How are they holding up?
You know, they doing the best they can, right? You know what I mean now. So we just got a lot of stuff that we keeping his thing going. We did the tributes, you know.
Roc Raida is ultra, career staying alive, so he sorta Travolta. Rep the king like I'm supposed to, from Pensacola to Nova Scotia.
He's here in the studio right here, you know what I mean? So we're keeping all the tributes going just to keep everything up for the fam. And he was working on the album. We're gonna finish the album, put that album out, and you know, that's more than music. That's our, you know what I mean? That's
Like our brother.
our brother. You know what I'm saying? That's family. We all grew up together, so it's not just a music thing.